When the half-siblings are ready to tour Mount Macabre, they ask Hilda and her mother if they are ready. They answer yes and come out very presentable for the occasion. When they leave the house, Victor wants to show them the map with the places that he and Valentino had marked, but due to the anxiety it falls out of his hands. Then both brothers try pick up the map at the same time and accidentally bump their heads, causing both of them to fall to the ground. This causes both of them to start a little sibling fight. Hilda and her mom look a bit uncomfortable at the fight between their half-brothers. Then it arrives his grandmother and pulls them both by the ears to separate them and tells them to behave, that you were in front of visitors. They had left at 9 o'clock a.m. to be able to have time to visit all the places. They went to restaurants to try the exquisite Mexican food, then they went to the parks to play and hang out. At Hilda's request they had visited the school town, among other places, although Victor still felt that Hilda wanted to spend more time with his brother than with him. Although perhaps he was exaggerating a bit, it was already 2 p.m. It had been 5 hours since they left and it was getting late. Joanna, it's getting late, we should go back. Victor, hey, wait. We haven't visited the last place yet, and it shows on the map the ancient Aztec temple that he had marked on the map, and Hilda is excited by the surprise that Victor had planned to finally be able to visit an ancient temple. Hilda, wow, Mom, look at an old temple, I would love to draw it and add it to my journal. Joanna, I don't know Hilda, it's getting a little late, maybe another day. Valentino, I agree Mrs. We should go back now. Grandma will worry. Victor, don't worry, she's going to be fine, little by little, and you wouldn't like to study it or find some ancient artifact or something like that, right? Hilda, yes, and also how many times in your life are you given the opportunity to visit an ancient temple? Joanna, okay, but it will be quick, we just go, we take a few pictures and then we come back, okay? Victor and Hilda, okay. Then when the group arrives at the old temple, Vic decides to start his plan that consisted of pretending that he was going to the bathroom and then not coming back and making the group believe that he had disappeared, so that when they went to look for him he will jump out of the bushes to scare to Val and make him look like a complete chicken to Hilda. The minutes pass and Vic does not return. Val, Hilda and Joanna began to worry. Val decides to go look for him, but first he tells Hilda and her mother to stay where they are. Hilda, wait, you can't go alone, if you go I'll go too. Joanna, yes, also this place does not look completely safe, we should continue together just in case. Valentino, don't worry, they'll be fine, the natives of this place don't mess with anyone as long as they don't threaten them or damage something on their property. Plus I know it's some of his immature jokes or something. And don't worry, you'll be back before they know it. Val goes to look for Vic, but as he goes he finds something strange. On the way he found what seemed to be a broken statue, as if it had been thrown to the ground. He quickly realized that this statue had the form of the god Quetzalcoatl. Then he desperately goes out to look for his brother, thinking that for having damaged the statue of a god that the natives of the place worshipped, they would have attacked him out of revenge, since the Aztecs were one of the most lethal tribes in history. This begins to despair for not finding his brother and begins to shout at the top of his lungs, Victor, Victor, where are you? Victor, when he listens to his brother, he thinks he has fallen in his trap and decides to wait for him to be able to scare him before Hilda. When Valentino approaches the place where Victor is hiding, he has his face covered with mud and a few leaves, and then jumps and scares Val. Valentino, Victor, Victor, come out, I'm not playing, this is not fun. Victor, bah. Valentino, Victor, ha 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 ha. I scared you. Admit it, I scared you. Valentino, ugh. Victor, it's no fun scaring people like that. Victor, are you kidding me? It was really fat. Ha ha ha. Wait, where is Hilda? Muttered, my plan is ruined. Valentino, wait, did you say plan? Victor, no. Valentino, wait, you already had this planned. Wait a second, was this to make me look like a chicken in front of Hilda and her mother? That was your plan. Victor, how did you figure it out so fast? I mean, what plan? Valentino, Victor, I will not continue to believe your lies. Victor, nervous that, Puff, I didn't tell any lie. Smiles strangely. Valentino, you are in love with her, right? Victor, no. Valentino. Ha ha ha. Oh, so that's what it was all about. Bring us here, pretend to disappear, scare me. Lol, if you wanted to spend time with Hilda you would only have asked me to. Victor, it's not that. It's that you've always been lucky to socialize with people because of your passive attitude and make friends with them very quickly and die. They don't ignore me or I'm always alone. Valentino, Victor, listen to me. I may be good at socializing and making friends with people quickly, and that is because I always look at the qualities of people and how they can react, but you should do the same and not me. I mean to look at the qualities of others, if not your qualities, such as that you are brave, you are not afraid of risks, you like to try new things and live life to the fullest, and those are just some of those I could mention. Since instead of paying attention to the qualities and strengths of others, you should pay more attention to yours. Victor, I don't know how, but your advice made me feel better about myself and who I am. Valentino, hey, what are the brothers for? Victor, I'm not serious. That advice you gave me was so profound, you should give advice more often. Valentino, okay, I'll keep that in mind, but let's go. It's getting late and Hilda and her mother must be worried about us. When they return to meet Hilda and her mother, they suddenly hear them both screaming and quickly head over to where they are. When they arrive, they realize they are surrounded by a group of natives who were pointed at them with poison spears, arrows and darts, and that is why they had to surrender. They threatened them for having destroyed the statue of one of their gods, Quetzalcoatl, and as they were descendants of the Aztecs, one of the most aggressive and lethal tribes of ancient times, took them inside the temple to be judged. Vic and Van hid behind some bushes several meters away and thus were not seen yet. After being captured, Joanna and Hilda are taken inside the temple to later be brought to trial for having damaged a sacred statue of one of their gods. Then one of the natives tells the guards not to let them escape. Joanna, hey, what does this all mean? Why do they lock us up? Hilda, yes. We have not done anything wrong. Native, one of you has damaged a sacred statue of our god Quetzalcoatl, and you will be executed for this great offense to our god. Joanna, what? Hilda doesn't let her emotions get the better of her. Native, you, do not let them escape. I will warn the high priest about the intruders. Joanna, it can't be, this is bad. Well, don't panic, Hilda, everything will be fine. Somewhat hysterical. Hilda, Mum, relax, just breathe. Whispering, we just have to find a way to escape, okay? Joanna, inhale and exhale, okay? Meanwhile outside, Victor, why did they take Hilda and her mother? Valentino, I don't know, but I don't think they took them to have coffee. Victor, well, and we're waiting for an invitation, we must go and save her. Valentino, hey, relax. Let's not panic. I'm going to try to talk to them, maybe at least they will explain why they took them. Hello, excuse me sir, I was wondering if they shoot like 30 arrows at him. Valentino, ah! Exclamation mark. He runs away from the place dodging the arrows. Valentino, you know, on second thought, we should find another way to enter. Do you have any ideas, brother Victor? How about we fit an underground tunnel? Valentino, no, pause, it would take a long time and we don't even know where. Victor, and what if we disheveled and— Valentino, it's not a bad idea to dress up and pretend to be guards, but it would take us a long time to go to town, rent some costumes and come back here, and I don't think they will let children in. The Victor, I was referring to disguising ourselves as demon monsters or things like that to scare off the— Valentino. Victor, you have to stop watching so many horror movies, they are filling your head with pure nonsense. Hee. Victor, well, what do you suggest? Valentino, well, we can't enter from the front, so we have to find another way to enter, like a secret entrance. All historical sites have one, we just have to find it. Victor, and how do you know that? Valentino, you only have to pay attention in class, you know, that's why I was on the honor roll. And Victor, let's better save Hilda and her mother, talking about school on vacation gives me diarrhea. Valentino, you're right, but we have to be careful. I don't want them to hit us with an arrow if they see us. They begin to surround the temple, hiding in the vegetation that surrounded them, looking for the other entrance that Val had mentioned very carefully to avoid being seen. But then, they suddenly run into a certain person who is going to complicate them or help them rescue.